My nervous system is feeling attacked. I'm not actually under attack at all. Not personally, but something inside me is taking things personally. And I think there are definitely opportunities for growth. But first, I have to allow my nervous system to settle down, I think. So, what's got me feeling this way? Well, I just watched a video from Julie Jordan Scott, who I adore. I love her videos, and she is a delightful person in my comments. And I just watched a video of hers, excuse me, called, my goodness, The Joy That Doesn't Require Pretending. And she's talking about toxic positivity and how we can diminish our own feelings by, like when something bad happens, we say like, oh, but I should be grateful for everything that's good. And I do that a lot. But also, like, and I think this might be my autistic brain, but I'm not sure. I also try really hard to avoid the second arrow in Buddhism. And it was funny because I watched her video right after watching my own video that just went live today, talking about the second arrow and how I was inflicting more pain than necessary upon myself. And so I watched my video and then I watched her video and I was like, wait, am I trying to be like toxically positive to avoid feeling negative? And it just seems like this really white and black issue, and I don't think it is. I think I'm missing something. But I just, like, little me, like my inner child, feels like I'm just doing it wrong. And yeah, it's hard, and that ties in with how I interact with other people. So yesterday I didn't go anywhere. I was sitting right here. I attended an online meditation with Sammy Vanek, and I'll link his channel below. And it was wonderful. And then he has had a sharing circle afterwards. And they use like, I can't remember what the communication style is called, but it's basically where you listen, you repeat back what you heard as a reflection, you use I statements, avoid advice, and it's so hard for me. It is so hard for me. And I think that it's definitely something I need to learn. Like, I listened to the audiobook version of Nonviolent Communication a couple years ago, and I've been really trying hard to get better about not first jumping to advice. But I realized I joined Sammy's community also. I had such a good experience in the meditation and the sharing sharing circle, that I joined his online community in the school app, and I unlocked a little course through my interactions this morning, and it was talking about this communication style. And I realized that lately, while I've been doing, I think, a pretty good job of not offering advice, I have been sharing my own experience in response to other people's experience, in like an effort to show solidarity, I think. But now I'm realizing that kind of makes it about me. And then, so like the ideal situation is that you ask questions, but the first place my brain goes through is asking leading questions, which are also not ideal. And leading questions are questions like, have you tried meditation, rather than how is that affecting you, or something like that. The leading questions are still like a form of offering advice. And and so I'm having a really hard time talking about this. I think that's why my throat is closing up. I'm so uncomfortable right now, but I think this is important. I know it's important. I know it's important for me. I think it's important in general, for human interaction, for us all to learn how to do this. It definitely does not come naturally for me. I'm guessing it doesn't for most people, and I don't know how much of that is conditioning and how much of that is human nature, and how much of that, in my specific case, is autism, and the way I was raised. So yeah, but I wrote down this morning when I was preparing for this, kind of like the process my brain goes through, and I think why this is feeling so dysregulating for me. So let's see here. So like I said, like first my brain, when hearing someone struggle, first thing my brain goes to is advice. But I know that's not the right answer, so I'm like, no, I can't give advice. I need to show them that I'm listening, and that I understand their struggle. And so then it comes up with a story of my own that shows that I understand their struggle, and I'm like, no, that's not the right answer either. That's also incorrect. And then it comes up next with a leading question like, well, have you tried this? And I'm like, no, that's also not the right response here. And so by this time, if it's a group conversation, the conversation has moved on. While I've been having this conversation in my head, the conversation has moved on. I have missed everything that's happened since, and I lost any opportunity to respond at all. And now I have to catch up, and start listening again. And so I just kind of got used to like not saying anything at all for a long time, and thinking that what I had to offer just wasn't valid, and that I had one friend a couple years ago tell me I was a shitty friend because she felt like I was always trying to fix her. So I know that this is a problem that I have, but like then I'm inflicting the second arrow on me and making it mean that I'm a bad person. And I don't think that's true. Like, I'm not trying to fix someone because I think that they require fixing, or that they're not okay the way they are. I guess the way I hear it is, if you're telling me about a struggle, I hear that you're not okay, that you would rather be okay, and I want to offer you solutions to help you get to be okay. So understanding that that's not what needs to happen is the first step. But then like, so even if I'm in a one-on-one situation and the conversation hasn't moved on without me while I was trying to figure all this out, by the time I've said no to my brain 3 times for the first 3 responses it wanted to offer, I might have even forgotten what I was trying to respond to in the first place. And if I do happen to remember that, then I can't remember how I actually should respond. Like, those were all incorrect. What's the correct response? And then it's blank. So I don't respond at all. And this even happens with writing. Like sometimes I really want to respond to a comment, and I'll just like go through all these versions. I'm like, no, that's not right. That's not right. That's not right. And sometimes I just give up and I don't say anything. So like this is gonna be, I think, one of the most monumental practices that I ever engage in for myself, because it is so hard. And I think at least part of it is autism. I think it was Orion Kelly when I was first discovering autism, like as a possible diagnosis for myself. I think it was an Orion Kelly video where he was like, I don't understand why people don't want solutions to their problems. Like, if I have a solution to your problem and you're feeling bad, like, why don't you want to know how to feel better? And I was like, yes, that's exactly it. And the whole black and white thinking thing, I think, makes it a lot harder too. Like, I find it really hard to find the middle ground. Like I said, with the toxic positivity versus the second arrow, like I think it, like my brain thinks it's one or the other, and I'm pretty sure there's middle ground there that I'm failing to recognize. And I think this is also why up until now I've just written so much, because I can put all of this stuff in my journals where it offends no one and doesn't make anyone feel small or unheard or like they need fixing, because it never reaches them. It stays safe in my books. But I won't grow that way if I keep doing that. So, I mean, I think my journals are super important and I'm going to keep writing in them, but I think I really want to make an effort to overcome my communication disability and learn how to communicate in a way that is beneficial to others as well as myself. And I just talked the whole time without even braiding my hair, but I'm just gonna leave it because that was exhausting, and I don't think I have anything left in the tank to share on that. So if you understand, if you identify with that, I would actually love to hear your stories. I'm gonna go against everything I just said and say, I feel like I personally would benefit from hearing your stories about any struggles that resonate with you. I feel like that would help me feel less alone in this. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for being here, especially if you're still here this late in the video. I appreciate you so much. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be wealthy, may you feel at ease. I love you. Have a wonderful day. Until next time. Bye-bye.